Hello and welcome back to The Watch. I am Tyrant and today we are joined by Nathan and Marcus. Now, today's video is a bit of a rewind, I guess, a Night's Watch rewind of 2020.
Looking back at the year that was.
Yes, so we're
all the suffering I had to go through for you. I hope you enjoyed it because, you know, it was actually fun along the way.
Yeah, well, you enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I did.
You got paid for it.
Yeah, you got paid. Yeah, here's the thing, you got paid. We subjected ourselves willingly to it. A lot of the bad.
So here's how this is going to work. We're all going to have 3 good and 3 bad, and we will discuss, and we would love to hear your comments on each of them, and also leave your own sort of list. What were your 3 best things from this year and 3 worst? I am sure that we will be picking some of the ones that you will also pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, who shall start us off?
Marcus.
First one, Multiverse of Madness. I don't even know what to say about this movie. It is beyond terrible. I couldn't believe it when I watched it. Because I went to because I'll tell you guys the story. I'll share it with the audience as well. It was my birthday and everyone was planning a surprise party for me.
I'm so sorry for you.
So they needed to get me away. And my friend was like, hey, I haven't seen Multiverse of Madness. You want to watch it? And I'd heard terrible things. So I went. And then I was really shocked when in there. I couldn't stop myself from just going, wait, what? What are you doing? You turn Scarlet Witch into a murderous lunatic? Wait, she's doing all this because she wants her fake kids?
Yeah, I was about to say her non-existent kids, but
And
her imaginary friends went away.
I gotta love how Mr. Fantastic was completely shredded into spaghetti.
He's the smartest man alive.
Hey, my friend, he can kill you with a word. He can kill you with a word. You better not let him speak. Hint.
So, for your first bad pick, it is Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Okay.
It is a disaster.
Yo, man, I actually didn't see it, but obviously I edit the reviews, and I was in shock and awe. And the stuff I was seeing on Twitter too, like I love the meme with Xavier where like he walks, he like has the wheelchair around, and then there's a meme where he like grinds around or whatever.
Yep.
Like I'm just like, what is this movie? Where's this coming from? Multiverse of Madness. It just looks like a complete disaster.
It was a complete disaster. It was.
Like
It was
Sam
hilarious.
Raimi made some good Spider-Man movies,
let me
but holy crap.
Let me share something.
Some good.
Okay, the best.
Thank you.
Can I share
we can move on.
something with you?
Sure.
Seeing as you haven't seen it, there is a scene where, because America Chavez is in this, and she has 2 lesbian moms,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and this is how she gets them killed. Her powers are triggered by fear.
Mm-hmm.
A bee flies on her finger, and they're sucked into a portal.
Really? Because the
Never
bee
to be
flies on
found
the
again.
finger.
Yeah, that's unironically a scene in the movie.
Oh.
That's how bad it was.
Okay.
Shock horror. Yeah, Multiverse Madness definitely up there with some of the
Yeah,
worst
it was.
movies
Hey,
of this year.
I did enjoy it for all the wrong reasons, though.
So Nathan, tell us one of your good picks.
Okay, this is going to be, the first one's a K-drama, I have to preface that. The other 2 ones are not, but,
What's that mean?
what, a K-drama?
Explain.
Korean drama.
Korean
Oh,
drama,
okay.
so it's a Korean TV show.
I actually don't know what's on either of their lists, so
This is my only, like, I'm known for liking K-dramas, and this is one that I enjoyed this year a lot.
listens to K-pop.
I do. BTS and Blackpink, okay? Just give me a break.
So
Alright.
if this is one time where I'm going to be on the comment side, you can roast them for that, and I will like
Anyways,
all of them.
Attorney Woo. It is what She-Hulk should have been.
What was it called?
Explain.
Attorney Woo. So it's about this autistic girl who's become a lawyer, and basically episodes are her going into a law firm,
Yeah.
and each episode is a new case.
Oh, that's
And
good.
Interesting.
it's funny. You've got good characters. There's good opposition. There's like politics within the firm as well. There's a love story that's like wholesome and good. The one thing I love about K-dramas is that like the romance is never so like, you know, with She-Hulk it was just her sleeping around with people.
Yeah, yeah.
Romance is actually good.
For She-Hulk, it was spaghetti autism.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah. This one was actually good. Like there was issues as well talked about with autism and stuff. Like one of the clients is a different person on the spectrum. Like it's a very like. Obviously, because she's autistic, it's lots of mental awareness type stuff.
because you're on the spectrum as well, right, Nathan?
Aren't we all here at Night's Watch? I think we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll admit it.
I bet people actually think that.
It's a prerequisite. Not actually. But it was like awesomely filmed. Like it was the quality that I've missed in Western culture. And if you wanted a law drama with some comedy in it, like watching Attorney Woo would have given you way more enjoyment than watching
Where can
Hulk.
people watch this one?
It was on Netflix.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Bit
Yeah.
of Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up. What am I up to?
Your
Bad.
sucky one.
You
What,
going
what,
with
what was
that
the-
or?
Yeah, the bad
Good.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a nuke. Kenobi.
Oh no.
Kenobi is on my. So, I mean, there's so much to talk about with Kenobi.
And
I mean,
fairly so.
yeah, I mean, we can talk about, you
Oh.
know, the fact that they inserted a character who is not in canon into a story that didn't involve them for no reason,
Yeah.
and that
God.
also ruined one of the biggest reveals of Kenobi finding out that Anakin is still alive, which is another thing. Like,
Yeah.
how did she know it was Anakin? She shouldn't have known that.
She should
Nobody
be
should
dead.
know that. You die once you know that.
Yeah.
But even if we skip all of the autistic directors,
Scooby-Doo writing?
Scooby-Doo writing. That is exactly how I phrase it. The Scooby-Doo writing, and we get to the end.
Oh.
We get to the end, last scene. Okay, so we have Vader versus Kenobi
Oh.
twice, which breaks canon, but I was okay with it as long as it was good. But it wasn't good.
No.
Okay,
No.
so as someone who reads the comics and loves the comics, okay, so first off we have Vader, who got insanely powerful after the fall of, you know, when he got his limbs cut off. He basically became even more powerful than he was before. Yeah?
Yeah, he's gotten more powerful.
Yeah, he got more powerful, not only in his Force abilities, but with the dark side and everything else. And he also created his own saber form. He also has been hunting down Jedi non-stop for the last, 10 years. He's also become more cunning and a more experienced battle commander.
yeah.
Like, he's become a proper, Sith
He's
by
just
this point.
improved from this point.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna send my Star Destroyer after
Yeah,
after Kenobi instead of the rebels. Yeah, that's alright.
And this entire time, Kenobi's been sitting and doing nothing but cutting fish every day.
And being
So-
depressed.
Yes.
I killed
Yes.
Anakin. No, he's dead.
So the idea that Kenobi, who was evenly matched with Anakin on Mustafar in the last 10 years, could beat Vader. I'm sorry. This does not gel with the comics, with your own canon, with anything. I'm getting.
And also,
And as well,
I'm getting genuinely really angry right
the
now.
way that he won was that he heard and saw Leia
Yeah.
in his head. It was like,
Yeah,
no,
Leia.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
No!
not how the Force works.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
I mean, that show
Whoa.
was absolutely like
oh yeah, I got
Kathleen Kennedy. I feel like kept Kenobi as a playing card for so long because she's like, all right, when they all hate me, I can at least make a good show with this.
And the
this
thing
is
is-
the easiest show to make, and it was the worst one.
And it's even other problems, like with cinematography, like shaky cam, like it's
Shaky
not a
camera,
fucking mobile.
dark scenes.
It's terrible.
It's not even like traditional action scene shaky cam. It's like
It's like, it's like some school fight or something.
Yeah.
Like, it is terrible. And then the thing is, right?
please don't forget that Kenobi spared Vader when in the originals he was like, kill Vader,
Yeah.
kill him.
Yeah. Like, it ruins everything. And the thing is, I love Ewan McGregor and Hayden
See?
Christensen, and I've wanted them to come back forever. And that's what they did. It's like,
That's- yeah.
because as a fan, you're like, I don't want to hate it because I don't want them to see it and think that the fans hate them again. That's not what I want at
Yeah.
all.
No.
We love them. It's just, the show was just so bad on so many levels.
Did Leia running around dodging every single person.
Baby Leia able to repair a door, a
Luke
very technical
completely
door.
forgotten.
Luke
The
forgotten.
fact that Rava
Luke
comes
really
to kill
killed-
Luke,
Yeah,
and then Luke just completely forgets. And okay, the thing I hate the most about the show, okay,
Yeah.
despite all of the crap going through, at the end they do the hello there,
Ah.
and then Qui-Gon shows up,
Yeah.
and Disney's like, "Hey Nathan, you remember nostalgia bait?
Remember
have
Qui-Gon?
some nostalgia bait."
Yeah, Qui-Gon.
Also, Rava's still alive.
Qui-Gon should have
By
been.
that-
Qui-Gon is dead.
By that point, it's way too late. No nostalgia is going to fix that.
It's not. I got so angry.
He's very white, so he gets very red.
Hello.
That was the worst show of the year for me. But he
Don't-
took it. I had to find
That was
another
the
one.
worst show for me as well.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a worse pick.
Okay, all right, we'll move on from that. Let's just say we all
We hate Kenobi, alright?
Kenobi
It's a
is-
terrible show.
despise it. And it really,
I want to stab it in its stupid face.
it's like they really want to destroy everything. Like with Rise of Skywalker, they grabbed that stake and shoved it right in the heart, and now it's like, now we're going to go back and also ruin everything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Okay, sorry, that was a long one. Anyway.
it's-
Marcus, you got a good one for us?
What, bad?
No,
Good one.
Oh,
one.
good? Oh, okay, I'm just giving all. I'll go. Okay, good. What's a good one? I'm gonna give it to the Northman.
The Northman.
Yeah, the Northman. It's pretty much a Viking story that is similar to Hamlet, I believe.
Yeah.
So a very traditional story, very somber. It's got a great tone. It represents Viking culture really well.
Yeah.
Because it interweaves the mythological elements into the story in a way that the characters believe. You're not so much sure if
It's real or not. It's just whether the characters think it's real.
exactly, and the characters are able to interpret a lot of things through the gods, and it's really intriguing stuff. And also the character of Amleth is, well, he's not your traditional hero. He's goes on like a traditional vengeance quest story, and it's interesting.
He's played by one of the Skarsgård brothers, which are all phenomenal actors. So
he nails the physicality of this Viking warrior enacting vengeance, and there's so many great.
He was checking that physicality for sure, weren't you, Mark?
No.
I just remembered that he said that there was a comment, someone calling him gay or something like that.
Thanks.
You're the one who brought up physical.
Thanks. Thank you for that.
Look, if anything, he's just trying to protect you from the comments.
I'm just trying to say, you can buy that he can beat a lot of these people up and kill them.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. And the final battle is really good. His uncle is a very intriguing character in his own right.
Yeah.
Just how he's represented. He's not a typical power-hungry bad guy. In fact, there's a lot more depth there. And Northman, I got to put it on this list. It deserves more love than it's getting, or it got, because it was killed by Marvel, unfortunately. Seriously, go get the Blu-ray, go watch it. It's really good stuff. You'll have a good time with it.
Okay. Nathan, we're up to a bad.
Let me check my list. So, my bad one has to be Wakanda Forever.
Oh, God.
And now this one...
I hate that you got to escape from that one.
Yeah. Before
I have nothing to
Tyrant
say.
was going to come on, and
You were supposed
Mark's
to be there.
first review of us
Why?
was...
it's so bad.
How can I say? It is the pinnacle of everything we've been fighting against here on the Night's Watch. In broad daylight.
Not to mention overly long.
Yeah, it's 3 hours long. The absolute man-hating in that film. The cultural insensitivity. Like, they try to be as least racist as possible by becoming the most racist thing.
So playing drums to take down the shield is
yeah. And even just the story.
The destruction of Namor.
Namor. The boy without love.
Don't forget also
everyone's going to be
the removal of Black Panther from getting any sort of heroic sacrifice at all.
He died from a disease.
That he could have been cured from. Stasis in Wakanda.
And then we got Riri Williams showing up as Ironheart, who was just... I like her. How? You don't even know her. She just picks up a stereo. There were so many things wrong with that movie, and I came out... that was...
Basically, we all walked out being very silent.
Yeah.
And then as on the drive back, we were just thinking, wow, this thing is an absolute turd.
How did it come to this? Like, how did we get here? We know how, but we're just still questioning the fact that we got here. So, yeah, that was probably the worst thing I saw this year was Wakanda Forever.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I don't care.
Okay, tell me a good one then.
Okay, so a good one for me was Peacemaker, the DC series. It has John Cena in it and Bing Chiling. But no, it's actually good, and it's actually really funny and entertaining. It has good comedic moments, good, storytelling, and it's actually very violent and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because, John Cena plays, like, basically
Yeah.
an autism person. I don't think he actually is, but it's just funny.
Okay.
No, but it's actually a really good series, and it's fun. There is some, they make fun of a lot of stuff as well. And then at the end, you even get, like, a cameo from Aquaman and The Flash, and it's basically like, where the you? It's good. It's good. It's a good series, and I recommend it. And I'm actually really pumped for season 2. Even though, John Cena is Chinese, but still, he's funny in this. He's got the comedic chops for it. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
Oh, you're missing out. Watch it.
Yeah, we'll probably will.
Okay, so Marcus, we are on to a bad for you.
Halo. Halo the TV series. This thing
This wound still hurts.
was a nightmare to get through. And here's the thing, I didn't watch it for the longest time, but my friend, he basically was going through some issues with this show, watching it, and he was like, hey Marcus, I need help. Could you please watch this with me? And we watched 5 episodes in a row. And it was painful in every instance. I can't even begin to describe just how they desecrate Master Chief, they undermine the Covenant, they ruin Cortana, they turn Halsey into an absolute lunatic. But I think the worst thing's Chief. He's like suddenly this emotional wimp that gets all feelies about dogs in parks.
Shows his face, and then
shows his face in the first episode.
and then takes his helmet off every chance he gets. It's just-
No, and here's the thing. Even in the action scenes, when he's got the helmet on, they have to film inside the helmet and show his damn face. It's the most infuriating thing. It's beyond terrible. Oh, and how could I
If
forget
you want
this?
more context for this, just watch our Halo video.
Yeah.
That's-
Let's not forget also that Chief had to fall in love with a bloody enemy spy that's a human, which doesn't make sense for the Covenant, because the Covenant hate all humans, and humans undermine their religion, so they should kill this human. But no, he falls in love for an alien spy that's a human, and you see Master
He
Chief.
sleeps
Yeah, you see Master
with
Chief.
the
not Master Chief.
enemy.
Yep.
Do they watch? Do people know that he's sleeping with the enemy? I'm pretty sure they do.
Maybe.
There gotta be cameras in there. So and the artifact, their faces whenever they touch it, it was the most uncomfortable TV show to watch.
It is uncomfortable in so many ways. There's so many weird things. It was like, oh, there's this creepy science man that's
Yeah, like if
perfing
people
on a clone.
who haven't played the game saw the show and was like, this is what the game's like, they would not want to play the game because it's like, this is uncomfortable and weird and like kind of
Yeah.
sexualized
Oh,
in very
yeah.
weird ways.
It's bizarre. Like, they have to show off his ass at every opportunity.
And then there was a Spartan that
Why
put
are you
gun
bringing
grease
it
in
up?
it.
Put it in your face, man!
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't understand how often they do it, because you haven't watched the damn show.
Master Cheeks. That's why he's got his name now. Because they showed it so
He
often.
should be in his armor at all times.
Yeah.
But they have this weird obsession with just getting so many people naked in the show.
Butt
It's
naked.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, and the human covenant lady was always just like,
Yeah, that's
touching
not.
her,
Yeah,
like,
that was
her
weird
skin.
too.
While the prophets in the background are like, yeah. Like, it was...
Unironically, they were.
Yeah, like, hey, sister, what's up?
Oh, it's so bad. It's like every time with that with those shows, just. I don't know. Let's not.
The whole stuff too with the
Don't forget
politics.
Kwan as
Yeah.
well.
Kwan,
oh. Yeah, she was an insufferable bint as well. She's as bad as Galadriel. I'm gonna say it. She was
She was.
the most spoiled brat, and also the fact that she was obsessed with undermining humanity when it was the elites that killed her family. And she's like, "No, I blame you for what the Covenant did. It could have been all UNSC propaganda." It's like, you don't make any sense, you horrible person. I hate Halo, the TV series. I really hate it.
And Nathan,
Oh,
A
sorry.
good one.
A good one. So I'm just going to have to come back from...
You don't understand, because you haven't
Halo-
seen how bad
Halo-
that show is.
I watched the first
and
episode and then never watched
we-
another one.
It got worse,
Yeah,
though.
We
I'm
waited
not going
how
to
many
watch it.
years? And you know what makes me so mad? That leak of the like Halo movie pilot thing they
Yep.
did. So good. I saw that on
Yep.
YouTube when I was young. And I was like, yes, give me that.
We were
didn't get anywhere near that good a quality with this TV show.
We were
which cost
supposed.
like
At one point, we were going to get Peter Jackson doing it,
yeah, which
and then Neil Blomkamp was going to do it. And it's like, those two are better. Why didn't we get that? No, we got this piece of garbage.
yeah.
But the fight scenes, at least some of them.
Some of them are
Some
alright,
of them are not bad.
but you can't cut inside the bloody helmet.
But it's like 5-minute fight scenes. So a good one now for me, yeah.
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 A good one.
Ooh.
Tales of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah.
This was a diamond in the rough, which
Pleasant surprise.
pleasant surprise. I think it was way too short. I wish they had just done a bigger arc with Count Dooku, but I actually started watching it outside of work. Was like, oh, new Star Wars thing animated. Look, I trust Dave Filoni a bit more than I do with Kathleen Kennedy. Maybe this will be good. A little bit of an Ahsoka story at the beginning, which look, I get he loves Ahsoka. He's addicted to Ahsoka.
yeah,
really addicted
but like
to Ahsoka,
in
yeah.
terms of an actual story, there wasn't any politics driven in my face. it was good to see like Anakin again.
Apart from like the actual politics of the story.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because that's what like the prequels were.
they're
Big
about
political.
politics,
Like
yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah.
And there were just seeing like young Dooku and Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
It just makes me so sad in knowing that I think that's what George wanted when he handed over Star Wars
Yeah.
to Disney.
Yep.
He wanted like more of this stuff. He's like, yeah, give this stuff to the new generation. And like Filoni is trying his hardest, and he did a good job with I think the constraint he was given because I feel I can see it in the show.
Yeah.
He wanted to do so much more.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
clear.
But they probably were like, budget. This is just filler for like Mando season.
The thing
3.
is with that, it was a story that deserved to be
yeah.
at like high production, maybe even live action,
Yeah.
and given it as much time as possible because the Dooku stuff alone was just breath of fresh air from
the thing
Star
is,
Wars.
Dooku's more important than most people realize. Like
Oh,
the only reason
absolutely.
why the Separatists were even able to mount like
Like
a full-on
what
rebellion
war, yeah.
And also
is
have
because of
legitimate-
Count Dooku, because
and-
he was the Count of Sereno. He went back and claimed the title of his planet, and then he was able to unite all the star systems against the Republic.
Yeah,
he's
got
super important.
He's
Yeah.
got a fantastic backstory, and it's great that we got to see pieces of it here.
Yeah.
And it was, you can understand why he's
Yeah.
disenfranchised with the Republic, why he's had enough of it. You can buy.
Because he's not wrong.
He's
With the
not
Jedi
wrong.
Council and Mace Windu,
Yeah.
that politics there where it's like, oh, did you know you're going to get the council seat before or after this happened?
Yeah.
And it's like so many more interesting things compared to the other crappy shows
They-
we've gotten where like there's no depth or layer to the story
They
of
accomplish
characters.
more in like a single minute at
Yeah.
times than, or even in a single sentence than anything that Disney's done for basically
Period.
ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially, I'm referencing the scene like when he finds out Qui-Gon has died,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's very just, what's the word?
Yeah, what good will that do now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
that.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah,
it
that's
was-
a good pick.
It was such. I want more. I want more. Give me more. Like if all I get is animated Dave Filoni stuff for the rest of my life, I won't be satisfied, but I won't be depressed.
That's something.
So bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mine will have to be Thor: Love and Thunder. So
Please
I-
inform me about this because I avoided that movie.
You
right
avoided
away.
it?
So I think we should talk first. Like Thor Ragnarok was genuinely good. So
I agree.
the
Yeah.
first Thor
Yes.
movie that Marvel did wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Like it wasn't the first Iron Man.
I'd
and it
say it's
wasn't
above
like-
average.
above average.
I've watched it recently and it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's okay. It wasn't
okay.
like it wasn't like Captain America's first film. It wasn't like Iron Man's film. They're like
I think,
really good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Thor. Like saying it that it's not the best.
It's
people
just-
might think it's bad. It's,
It's
not
not-
No,
bad.
it's not.
It's
Of course not.
it's mid.
But when you're
at best.
comparing it to like the original Iron Man and these are like two amazing movies and heroes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very hard to compete with that.
So it felt like his first outing wasn't that strong, and then his second film is
Nah.
not good.
No,
it's just
bad.
not good.
Very bad.
But Ragnarok was awesome.
Mm.
It was good. They nailed, Thor being powerful, coming into his powers, which is good. They also got Surtur in, and they got Hela.
Yep.
They got her in,
Hella a good villain, by the way.
which is good.
Hmm.
And I liked the humor in that. It was a good balance because
Yeah,
Thor,
they did. You're right. They did balance the humor with the more dramatic moments.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Hmm.
Thor is, he's Chris Hemsworth, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is more comedic, and he's good at it, but he can
Hmm.
also act properly. Thor: Love and Thunder is just like,
Okay.
let's
Oh.
take that dial and go all the way to the max and then rip it off.
Yeah.
Like it's like that. It's just
Overload. And not even that. Like when looking behind the scenes and stuff, Taika Waititi just did not like. As a director, you should hold down the reins and make sure people do their job and what you're supposed to do. He's just like, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that,
and then Gore. Gore in the comics is one of the most coolest characters.
Yeah.
His
I've
origin
seen that.
story. Okay, so his origin, because they changed it in the film. They changed everything in the film.
Mm.
Gore in the original comics, basically, his whole planet dies out. He hates the gods. Two gods fall to his planet when he's about to die, and they're fighting, a good one and a bad one. The good one asks Gore for his help, and this sends Gore into a rage, and he picks up I think it's the Necron sword, whatever it is. He picks up the sword and kills the god, and that's how he becomes Gore the God Butcher. And then he goes around just slaughtering gods all throughout this for a long ass time. He fights Thor. I'm pretty sure Thor loses the first time, and then it basically concludes with old I think is it Rune King Thor, old King Thor. That's where the Gore the God Butcher and Thor's story ends, when Thor is king of Asgard he's old at this point and he's super powerful. He's got the Thor Force, all this sort of stuff, and he defeats Gore. That's like the story of Gore, and that is wicked.
Well, they got a good actor for.
They got a good actor, but the story they gave Gore in the movie is
so
just
they wasted Christian Bale.
Like.
Oh, that's sad.
If they had given us just an inkling of what's in the comics, it would be so much cooler, so much better.
Like, I think Christian Bale's part of the like best parts of the film.
Yeah.
But everything else collapses underneath him because of the story and the way that they present.
But they also fundamentally misunderstood Gore. Like Gore is not like he's not like a redeemable like, oh, I was bad but now I'm good. No. Like once he goes bad, he gets corrupted by the sword and he starts killing gods. There's no turning back. Like he's out for blood for good. There's no like, oh, I'm good now in the end. Like it's just it ruins so much. It ruins Thor, it ruins Gore, it ruins so much that it shouldn't.
But you had Lady Force, surely that was good.
Oh, and then you're gonna get to that. Like
it was not. I'm sorry, Jane, you were not funny or enjoyable.
I don't even want to waste my time even thinking about this anymore. Like it's just
or just so like Jane stuff aside, I feel like I don't have that much of a like it. It was underwhelming. It wasn't good, but it wasn't, for example, Wakanda Forever, where I just felt like they were beating me over the head.
But the thing is, it might have worked. That's the problem with the comedic stuff. There was just too much.
Too much comedy. So way too much.
So they undermined pretty much every little serious thing you could have gotten.
You know, everything was a joke. Everything was a joke. From like,
wait, cancer was even a joke?
And the thing is, Thor, like Chris Hemsworth's the funny guy, but it's like there are points here where this shouldn't be funny. Like you're not supposed to be laughing right now, man. You know, like. It's just like that. It's not good. Thor Ragnarok is good though.
And like even dumb stuff like at the way that they win the battle at the end is so Thor goes to save the children and then gives them all the power of Thor for a moment.
Hang on. Why is a god butcher capturing children?
Do you remember why? Like basically, I think he wanted to attract Thor to come and get him. So he went to Asgard on Earth, stole all the Asgardian children, and said to Thor, "Hey, come get me, and like fight me and whatever." And
all right, sure.
I mean, honestly, this plot it's been a while now. It's so back and forth. Basically, they show up, but the annoying thing is, right? So all the Asgardians are like, "We're gonna go like get our kids," and Thor and Jane's like, no, we'll do it. It's all right. And then when they go to save it, they're like, crap, we're overwhelmed. And Thor's is like, you know what? I'll give everyone some of my power.
Whoa, he can just do that.
He could, yeah.
That would have been.
You've got like a 5-minute scene of kids just being like Thor with like teddy bears, like it's all.
That would have been useful against
comedy
Thanos.
Dumb stuff. That's true.
But it's not really. Like, if you just give some of your power away, it just makes you weaker and other people slightly stronger.
Well, I don't know if that was the case, or whether he's just like, I anoint you with like the power of Thor. Yeah. But okay, if that was the case, why not give it to all the parents and you all just raid where Gore and your kids are at, and then just
okay. So this movie
CGI.
And the CGI was.
Did you know it got nominated for like best visual effects? I was like, oh my.
No. I've seen screen caps of that.
It was not. That movie was atrocious.
That's my bad pick. Your good pick?
I think I'll give it to Stranger Things season 4.
Yes.
This was a pleasant surprise. I
haven't watched any of the Stranger Things.
Yeah,
I haven't even watched the first season.
All right,
season 1's good. Watched any of Stranger Things.
Season 1's
not because
really
I have
good.
anything against it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Oh, that's the case. I can't really go into detail on things.
No.
I don't care about spoilers.
Season 4 was a pleasant surprise. I had watched season 1, watched season 2, bits of it.
Is that because there was a scene of them playing metal on top of a giant thing?
Of course I like that.
Yeah,
I like
see that smile?
He likes the metal bit. Yeah.
Yes, I do like that bit. Nah, but
the plot. I don't know, but they'll play metal. They'll play heavy metal.
The plot was really actually quite solid, and the character work was done very well. They made a character that was not well liked in season 2 and 3 into someone that you actively want to survive and make it through this really dark. And they brought back the horror in season 4 as well.
Oh, so much!
Yeah,
like, I was watching with my
more.
wife. She's. There's a few things I go into, but like. Or because my wife's starting to be a psychologist.
Yeah.
And it kind of freaked her out because there's some really like psycho horror themes in this.
Oh yeah.
She was like, she's like, I can't keep watching because I want there's people out there who actually experience this. This is too real for me.
You just have to Netflix and chill instead.
Yeah, But like, it was scary. Like when the demon possessed them, it was like,
Yeah, Vecna was I think, a much needed addition
Oh,
to this show, and
yeah.
he was really good.
And the thing I love about Stranger Things, and they've been doing it every season, but season 4, I feel like they really came together. There's always stakes
Yeah.
in Stranger Things. Like, a character gets hurt really badly, we think that they could die or they could be dead. And I was always mortally afraid because they can actually do that. Unlike these other movies and shows we watch, where I'm like, they're not going to die because they're going to have every other season. Like,
The power of friendship.
power of friendship. You know, but like this one, a character you think, oh, okay, they got saved by MacGuffin. No, they're actually injured and they might not be like back for the final season, which is like so good.
Yeah,
and then
the
there's
stakes were really high in this one, and also a lot more personal in a way.
personal, and I love the arcs because there were
there's a bunch of
3
good
separate
ones.
stories going on during this, and so much.
I mean,
good
look,
stuff.
Hard for me to say it's perfect.
No.
One of those stories is very
Yeah, but like
the other two, the one in the actual town, that's a strong storyline.
like it is good. It was also again something I watched out of work and just enjoyed and had fun. And they were long episodes.
Yeah.
But they were meaty. They were good.
Yep, they were.
Like that meat.
Which one was it? I think it was episode 4 or 3. That was the one where I was like, all right, I'm hooked. I gotta keep going. It's just.
And it was shot well. I just think of all the Disney crap that's come out, like Willow and Star Wars and whatever.
Thanks for
All
reminding
the
me of
dark
Willow.
scenes, everything's shaky. Shot beautiful. Like dark scenes were still lit well, so you could still see what's going on. It was composed beautifully. Wonderful music. 80s,
Great characters.
stuff. Great characters.
Shout out to Eddie.
Great
yes.
music.
Eddie was great.
Great music, yeah, Marcus.
Of course.
Yeah, great music. It was awesome.
Not all of it was metal, but there's still a lot of great songs. in
And
there
it,
as well,
it shows excellence in their craft that the Duffer Brothers can make new characters every season we get attached to.
Please do. Keep going.
It's a skill to do that.
If we get more of the quality of season 4, I'll be happy with season 5.
So Stranger Things,
Yeah.
that was a diamond in the rough as well.
Go watch it.
No.
A bad for me.
Yes,
A bad
bad.
for me.
Coming rant.
She-Hulk.
Oh.
She-Hulk was my other. I didn't get through much of it. The first episode was, how can I say this? Unbearable. Second episode, quite the same. And then I watched.
Speak up, can't hear you.
No, you can. You can hear me right now. And then the final episode. Holy crap! The way that they get out of all that mess is to go to Kevin Feige, the robot.
Well, don't worry, we're not getting season 2.
We're not.
No, we're not.
Well,
Let's hope not.
like, I think everything that's been said about She-Hulk has been said on this channel, but dare I just say that was probably the poorly executed TV show I think I have ever seen. Like, B-grade movies back in the 90s had more story and enjoyable characters than She-Hulk did.
I think it's one of those shows where it's like, you can really, really, really tell that the writers live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Like,
The biggest bubble.
everybody else in the world,
They put
normal
them-
people look at this and go, okay, so she's going to f*** a guy tonight, and then she's going to f*** another guy tomorrow, and then she's going to f*** another guy tomorrow. Oh, why does she have such a bad love life? Oh, why is this so bad?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Why is the story going nowhere? Oh, why do I feel underwhelmed with the payoff of this series?
like
Not to mention,
you live in a bubble. These writers live in a bubble. Like,
not
let's
to
just be
mention turning
honest.
critics like ourselves into
Oh,
bad
yeah.
guys.
You think the CGI is bad? That's sexist! That is the worst gaslighting, to tell me that I'm a sexist because the CGI looks bad.
It looks terrible.
That is...
I mean,
It was
like,
uncanny at times.
like-
They also had She-Hulk.
Oh, get out of my head!
What the heck were they doing?
I don't care. Like, it's just like, this is one of those shows where it's like, oh, it's not made for you. Okay.
All right, yeah, that's why I didn't watch it. I was like, no, this is a special kind of bad. I'm gonna leave to the YouTube.
It's really special. Really special.
Yeah, we just want to emphasize that.
But yeah, okay. So I think everything has been said about that.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
so-
still got PTSD. He's got to go to therapy and get that sorted
I
out.
just gotta get that CGI mess out of my head. Won't leave, it haunts me. Fiona looked better back in the early 2000s. It's true though.
What CGI was worse, She-Hulk?
She-Hulk!
Everything, or
She-Hulk!
or that critic guy who took the Hulk venom and turned into the weird blow-up man that reminded me of Scooby-Doo too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, bro, the studio.
Yeah,
like,
it's exactly that.
"Whoa,
That's how it looks.
dude. It's remind me of that.
So bad.
Like they go back to it ironically, would you say? Unironically? Like they're not doing it on purpose.
You would just come at me, bro.
Yeah, so that was one of my...
So for bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for me, for good, I think we'll all agree. House of the Dragon.
Yes, yes.
I loved House of the Dragon.
Oh, it was such a good thing to get.
Game of Thrones left a real,
Gaping hole inside you.
well, I was gonna say a real salty taste in my mouth, but I'm like, maybe I
Either
shouldn't
way,
do
it's not
that.
good.
No, it left a massive hole in my heart.
So Game of Thrones, I mean, let's
Yeah.
just be, we all know, there's nothing really to say. They destroyed everything, they ruined everything.
Thank you, D&D.
And they originally announced the Stark prequel, and I was like, that's a bad idea, because, you know, everybody wants to see dragons and the Targaryens. And they must have had at least one normal person in the boardroom going, hey guys, why don't we make it on all the fun stuff? And they go, oh yeah, we'll do that, see how it goes. And it went really well.
I reckon George is just like, and guys, you know, I got this book series, it's got dragons and stuff. I think it'll be a really good TV show.
Yeah, let's do something on the Targaryen Civil
And I
War.
finished the series
Yeah,
too,
all
guys.
these fascinating characters
You don't
that
need
we
to make
can
up stuff
explore.
for season 8. It's okay. It's all done. It's all done and dusted.
I'm waiting for Aegon's Conquest. I'm waiting for Robert's Rebellion. Those are the two things that I really, really want. And I hope they do them.
We gotta talk about House of the Dragon.
Yeah, it dovetails in.
Okay,
Relax.
fine.
Then we come to House of the Dragon, which they did everything well. They did the characters well. There was a couple of things they changed, you know, like around from
Yeah.
different characters doing things. But I do like the show.
Same.
I like where they're heading with the show.
Mm.
I like how they've portrayed the show.
I like all the characters they've got, especially standouts, obviously, Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah.
Gotta give it. Aemond, really
Yep.
strong.
Yep.
Viserys, what else is there to say about Viserys? He's
he did
fantastic. Paddy Constantine knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
He should be given every award under the sun.
Yeah.
He nailed it with the conflict of being a king, all of it.
There was the thing of like doing the jump around for the time skips, but it was all right.
Honestly,
It worked.
I think they handled it very well.
There would have been like a couple of things I would have preferred they'd like left in,
Yeah.
from during those time skips.
Yeah.
But for what they're trying to do, they're trying to get to the meat quickly. I'm fine with
Well,
it.
that's the thing. You say quickly, but they took their time with a lot of things in those episodes.
But I mean,
and-
they're trying to get to it by the end of the season.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you get a couple slip-ups with
Yeah.
what you're saying. Absolutely, but...
But it's still good, and
Yep.
I really enjoy it. Season 2 will be a banger.
Oh, yeah, especially where we left off.
Yeah.
Which
And-
is, honestly, perfect place to leave off.
And it's all. I think what's also been fascinating is the video we did, like the reactions of people, like who are clearly on one side of the aisle or the other, how they portray different characters doing different things.
Yeah, I mean,
That's been interesting too.
this isn't your fantasy where characters, you have straight good characters. They are great.
Yeah,
And-
all
and
of them.
that's- All of them are great. And that's the thing, you can find admirable traits in almost all of them, but also unadmirable traits. I think Viserys is probably the most good character, but even he has very, very obvious flaws
Yeah.
that lead to what eventually ends up happening.
Yeah. His flaws led to everything. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
But that is my good pick. And I think we all agree with that.
that's a fantastic pick.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, Marcus, give us one of the bad ones.
Bad.
How many good have you done?
I feel like I've only done
One.
one. No,
So-
two. I did two, so I got
Yeah.
one more good pick.
Okay.
Alright, bad.
We'll do one more each. Well, actually, yeah, we'll do
Because
one.
Here we go.
We'll do one more each, good or bad. You can pick whatever you want to do next. Like for our last one.
A bad pick. Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Now, I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not sure if it's obvious.
No, it's not
As-
obvious.
as-
I,
no,
I,
it's
had- I
like-
couldn't notice.
I don't. It's not like I adore these books and the movies and
Really?
everything.
Wait, you like Tolkien's work?
Oh, I love it.
Wow, we're finding out new things
I know,
today,
right?
guys.
The more you know.
Fascinating. Rings of Power was okay. This was the situation where I knew it was going to be bad.
But
The
how
marketing was a disaster, and episode 1, I got through most of it, and I was like, "Wow, that was impressive. They were terrible. Can't be worse, right?" And then I got through episode 2, and I think I got to the part where Sauron and Galadriel are talking on that raft.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Halbrand.
Hal. Okay, his name's Hal now.
Hal 9000.
Hal 9000. And I don't know, when I was listening to those two talk, I think something just broke in me.
Mm.
And I basically paused it right there. I left my home,
Went for a walk.
went for a walk.
I just imagine like dust in the wind playing in the background and him just with his hands behind his back walking, just
Yep.
thinking about it.
And then I went to the shops and bought a microphone, and now I'm here.
He made an hour-long video for his first YouTube
That
video.
was the catalyst.
That was it. It was so unbelievably bad. I was surprised that they kept on going worse and worse and worse and worse. I thought, there's no way they're going to mess up Numenor that badly. Oh, they managed to do it.
Well,
There's no way they're going to mess up the dwarfs. Oh, they managed to do it. There's no way they're going to mess up Mordor. Oh my god, they did an origin story for it. What are you doing?
Well, it's just the idea of like Sauron and Galadriel like going on their Scooby-Doo adventures.
Yeah.
Like this is so ridiculous, and then it's like then it gets to the point where it's like they have feelings for each
Yeah.
other, and this is like
When I got to episode 8, I knew it was coming, thanks to Nerdrotic. And it was so much worse when it was actually done. Because Galadriel helps Sauron achieve his goal.
yeah.
And he openly admits, oh, I've got feelings for you. We can rule the world. Be my queen. They turned Sauron into a... into a simp for Galadriel.
Simping Sauron.
And that's like the reason, one of the major catalysts for him going back to being an evil psycho.
Because Galadriel didn't like him back.
Oh, and let's not talk about Adar, Discount Legolas, all of them.
So many,
it's
I
so
mean-
bad. Elrond, they ruined Elrond. Gil-galad, supposed to be the one mostly on guard for Sauron. The main one.
So just
And he's turned into an absolute retard.
okay, just to confirm quickly, you are a fan of Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion.
Yeah, all of them, including Unfinished Tales.
I just thought
All
I
of
just
that.
thought we had to confirm that you're a fan of Tolkien's work. I couldn't tell.
See, as
Yeah.
someone who wasn't, I'm not as deep into the lore. I'm getting more and more into it as the shows come out, and I just realized what they've ruined. But I knew from the moment that they said that a rock looks down and a boat looks up. That we were in for a
That's
show.
the thing. You take out all the lore stuff, and it's still a horribly written show.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I remember even just reading the synopsis of the first couple of episodes and then watching the first episode, and I'm like, okay, so it's all fan fiction then. Like this doesn't happen.
I don't even think a fan would write this.
It's hate fiction. It's hate fiction. Like
I just call it corpo fiction.
Corpo fiction?
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
corporation that did it, and they absolutely destroyed anything interesting that you could have done with the Second Age. No Anatar, Lord of Gifts. They didn't even bother trying
there's
to do
some cool
that.
stuff you can do. Like,
Exactly.
the Fall of Numenor is awesome.
Yep.
The way it's in the actual books. It's,
Yep.
it's not cool
Yeah,
the way they're doing it.
it goes into these really deep and complex discussions about immortality and wanting to seek it, and if
And you get-
humans should seek it.
Numenor goes from like a shining jewel to
Yeah.
like what would you call it? Like an outpost of
corrupt-
someone. They're like
yeah.
blood sacrifices, all this.
Yeah.
Like they're going from that to this.
It's Sauron's masterwork at manipulation.
Yeah.
And they dumbed it down to elves are gonna take our jobs. That's what they did. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter if they say that season 2 will be more canonical. It can't.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Anatar again?
Yeah.
You've already kind of done it with Halbrand. And
if they
Galadriel,
do it, I can
insufferable.
see Galadriel being like, "Oh, you're this mysterious person who are."
You're quite attractive.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Ooh.
Oh.
And then he's like, "I am Sauron." Ah, damn it again.
And the thing with Galadriel is she's known for being the most perceptive of elves.
Nah.
In
Not in
this
this show.
Sauron's right f***ing next to her in every instance, and she doesn't get a hint of anything evil. When we got it in 2 lines.
Yeah, what was his first line to her? It's like,
Looks can be deceiving. This show was an abomination.
I love how that line is literally just stranger danger.
yeah.
I hate this show. It's probably the one I hate the most to come out 2022. It's either that or Halo.
I think
I'm
Rings
going
of
to
Power
give it to
takes
Rings of
it up,
Power,
yeah.
because just the absolute insults and the arrogance on the writers and the producers of all of it, thinking that they made a masterpiece, something that's close to Peter
The
Jackson.
thing is, I don't know. I think they're both on the same level, because when you come to Halo, it's more a singular. It's about Master Chief, and they ruin.
Well, actually, no, they destroy everything with Halo.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
destroy everything. With
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
But I mean, like, their focus is on Master Chief.
Yeah.
And they destroyed Master Chief
Yes,
to the
they
same level that they destroyed this. So I would put them on. I'd put them on equal.
That's
ground.
why I'm kind of like, I don't know which one is
Yeah.
worse. But Rings of Power is the one that broke me.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Nice.
Kenobi broke me. Yay.
Oh, okay. See, you're reminding me of all the sucky stuff now. I feel like I need to talk about something good.
I think we've gotten through most of our bad, so maybe we're on to the good stuff, because I got
stuff?
one more good thing. I don't know.
No, we're just gonna do one more each. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more.
I got my good one. I watched it recently, and it is the Pinocchio, not the Disney one. Okay,
I was
don't
gonna
think
say,
about.
I was
No,
about
it's
to
not the
draw
one
one
with
of
Tom
these
Hanks.
knives.
No. I always get his name wrong. It's like Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Right.
So he
Del
did the
Toro.
stop motion Pinocchio movie.
Oh, okay. Stop that.
Beautiful.
Hmm?
Beautifully, like it's handcrafted. It's got like
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailer for
yeah,
it.
it's,
looks
it's
good, yeah.
amazing. The story is very emotional. He
Mm.
does focus on the parts of Pinocchio that I think as viewers we find most interesting,
Mm.
like the father-son relationship.
Ooh, okay.
Like just
Did they nail Italian representation?
Italian.
I think they kind of do. Well, there's elements as well with like the World War One.
Oh, really?
They go to like a youth camp type like Pinocchio because he can't die. They recruit him into like a youth camp thing, and they have this element of like war and like.
Okay,
there's-
now I'm lost.
I wanna watch this.
Now
Like
I'm lost.
there's the things with the circus and like it is
Yeah.
a fun like I would watch this movie with my kids because it is still kind of like a kids movie.
Okay, just to be clear, you don't have kids.
But when I do like this is a movie I'm gonna take out when they want to watch a movie.
Nice.
Like it is a movie I watch with my kids, but it has these themes and story in it that I think is so important. Like this is what movie and TV are meant to do. They're meant to convey these stories and these messages, which we can have good discussions with like each other. And when we watch it, we actually enjoy it. And this is something that like I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray for this when it comes out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was
Wow.
awesome. And behind the scenes as well.
Yeah.
Like we watched the Rings of Power stuff. I actually after watching the movie watched the behind the scenes. It was like a half-hour long thing. And it's so much better.
Yep.
Like they talk about how,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we had this one villain, but then he came in and said no, change the villain, so we had to like,
Yeah.
those things that you see behind the scenes and like the original stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
What, the actual things that could slip up
Yeah,
and
they
make
slip up
them...
and they talk like they go behind like just so all the good stuff, all the good stuff we want was in this.
Damn, sounds like... I'll
So-
have to check it out.
It was good, and I may have cried at the end because it was beautiful.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Like I was just so happy. Like, and we watch all this.
Yeah.
Like Shad said, when something somewhat decent comes out, we praise it, like House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
like
it's important.
Pinocchio, I hadn't watched something that was this engaging and something that actually was able to prick my heart a bit with emotion. That when it like finished, I was like, oh,
yeah. Yeah,
this is awesome. So, recommend seriously, you guys should watch it.
Hmm.
Okay, so for my last one, it's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is one where it's like, if people disagree with me, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
No, because you'll listen to my reason.
No, I
think
got
I know what
a
it is.
thing in my head.
I know
No,
what it
no,
is.
it's not the good one, but
Which I haven't seen, so I can't
The
comment.
Boys season 3, and I love the Boys TV show. And now, as someone who's read the comics, they're very different. I know this, and if anybody says like the source material is better, they like it better, I'm not going to disagree with you. That's fine. Source material came first. It takes precedent. That's fine. But I personally like the adaptation. I like the different sort of take they're doing with it, a more what I would say is believable take. I really like season 3. I like how they changed up Soldier Boy. I like that change. I didn't like the Black Noir, what they did with that. I prefer in the comics. I think it's actually a cooler twist.
Mhm.
But apart from that, it was a solid show. The action was wicked. The story is progressing in a way that I think I like. So I'm actually excited for season 4. Now, if you're typing in the comments, chill. It's okay. I don't disagree with you. If you like the lore, that's fine. I like the adaptation. So that was my last good one. And I think that concludes our video.
So let us know your thoughts, what your top 3 worst or best TV shows and movies were for the year. If there's any reviews you enjoyed as well from our content. Thank you everyone for watching us this year and supporting us here on the channel. We hope that you enjoy our work because
Big things coming next year.
big things.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break.
We're trying some new sort of content.
Yeah.
That we really hope you guys will like. More higher quality stuff. Maybe some scripted stuff. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoy it. Genuinely.
Generally. So thank you all for watching.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year. But until then, as always,
Stay on watch.
stay stay on watch.